watching a master at work.
Truth Nation, get ready for the greatest 60 minutes in radio, giving you his authentic and bold opinions, bringing you all the information, entertainment, and conversations you gotta hear. From local issues to trending topics and headline news, it is time for Truth to Power with Kyle Wallace on the award-winning 1017 The Truth app, 1017thetruth.com, and streaming live on YouTube. Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is your award-winning host, Kyle Wallace.
Truth to Power here on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. I am Kyle Wallace, the host of Truth to Power, and I'm coming to you live from the American Family Insurance Spark Studio in Madison, in downtown Madison, as I am remote today, but excited to be here with you, Truth Nation. In addition to that, Truth Nation, I am so excited to be joined by the lovely and the wonderful Miss Kayla Lewis Allen, who is coming to you live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. Kayla, how you doing here today?
I am doing really, really good, and I'm so happy to be here on this beautiful Friday. How are you, Kyle?
How's
great.
Your
Friday going?
My Friday's going pretty good. I had a meeting earlier this morning, and I had to drive up to Madison, have some other meetings as well while driving. So I feel like a busy man on this wonderful Friday that's going to be smoky. Now, Kayla, I know it's very different for you to be able to, you in the studio by yourself.
Yes.
And I see you sat down in the regular seat. I said you could sit in the big chair if you wanted to.
I didn't know how to work all of that over there. I didn't know how to work all of that. It was too much.
She said, I'm going to stay in the exact same seat that y'all always put me in, and I ain't mad at that. Now, Truth Nation, before we get into the show, you already know, 833-212-1017. That is the Truth Talking text line. You can call in and you can text in whatever your thoughts are as we get into today's show. But as always, remember, you should watch and stream us live on YouTube by going to 1017 The Truth on YouTube. That is 1017 The Truth on YouTube. Give us a like, give us a subscribe, give us a share as well, as we are now on our road to 5,000 subscribers on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. So again, shout out to y'all, Truth Nation, and shout out to the wonderful Miss Kayla Lewis Allen. And today, we were trying to figure out what we wanted to get into and what we wanted to talk about. And as we were going through different topics, there's this app that I heard the young kids, the Ben and Carries of the world, talking about the young kids, the young bucks. I heard them talking about this app. Right, and I saw it on social media, and I just kept on scrolling. I was like, this seems messy.
This ain't for me.
It ain't for me. It seems very, very messy. And the app that everybody's been talking about, that's been taking the world by storm, is the T app. And as Kayla and I and Rhea were talking about, and shout out to Rhea Riley on the ones and the twos.
Hey, y'all.
Yeah, Rhea, she had to do a lot of moving before we got the show started to make sure I was up and talking to everybody. But she said, maybe we should talk about this T app. I said, okay. She wanted to the single woman want to talk about the T app, and so I'm gonna let people know what the T app is, and then I want to get y'all reaction, Truth Nation, and also Kayla and Rhea. And so the T app is an app that has a really good purpose, Truth Nation. It does. It's a woman's safety dating app that is right now at top of the app stores because everybody's downloading this new T app, and so the T app is this app that women are really interested in because it is a way for women to be able to feel safe, but also for them to be able to screen the potential man that they are dating. And now there's already an app out there, or not even an app, there's this thing on Facebook, are we dating the same guy? I done seen it before. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
I done seen some of y'all in Truth Nation out there. See, it feel good. I ain't gonna lie. It feel good to be a one woman man. I don't mess it up. It feel good to be it feel good. Yeah, I got it right. It feel good to be a one woman man because you ain't got to worry about that nonsense. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you.
That, Kyle.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all though. But previously, before this relationship, I might have been on that app. I ain't gonna lie. I might have been exposed.
Oh Lord.
But hey, I wasn't in no relationship. I was just testing out some things, and they might have believed something that wasn't true. But with this app, this T app that they have, what I want to know from you, Kayla, is that with this T app, with the ability to basically put people out there for women to go through and say whether or not I'm dating this man, and there's just some good things as well, to find out about their past history. But do you think this is a little bit of a dangerous territory of us, elevating this T app, which allows for people to put people's pictures on there? And I saw the app, and I'm like, boy, I don't even like that. Where you can scroll through and get profiles on other people's men potentially. So what's your initial thought about the T app?
Well, Kyle, I like a little mess. And if you ain't doing no mess, you ain't got to worry about being on the T app, right? So I haven't used this app before. I don't need it. It ain't necessary for me in my life in particular right now. So I haven't been on there, but I know what it is, right? And I'm seeing a lot of women feeling like, oh, man, this may be too good to be true. Or I don't know, the stories ain't adding up. It sounds like a bunch of lies. So let me go ahead and use this T app, utilize this, and see if this man is really my man or if he's everybody's man.
For the streets.
For the streets. So I kind of like the app. I do. But then I'm also thinking, are y'all asking each other, like, are we exclusively dating, or are we freely dating? Are we dating multiple people? I think that needs to be a conversation before you jump on T to see what the T is.
Yeah, I agree. There should be a conversation, but there's some dangers in this now.
Yeah.
Because the thing about the one thing I saw when I saw somebody, because I'm being very honest. When I was with some young ladies on, I was hanging out.
Yeah.
And I just remember they were talking about the Are We Dating the Same Guy app, and they were going through it. And I swear to you, Kayla, there was a dude that I know he's been talking to the same woman for a very long time. Who I saw in that app. I said, oh wow, that's
Lord.
crazy. I said, that's crazy. It feel good not to be on dirt. But I think it's a slippery slope. Like, I think it's great to have this information, but this is a lot of folks that's going to get hurt from this. Like, when you do this, you got to be prepared for the mental backlash that may come from this, or the backlash that may come from somebody feeling like you've invaded their privacy. Because what these folks is doing is that you are taking a picture of me.
Yep.
And you are putting this picture on an app that you are giving your information to, and creating basically for me, it's not a fake profile, but you putting my pictures on another profile without my consent, not knowing where them pictures gonna go and who has access to them pictures. So for me, I think I'm not the biggest fan of this because I feel like it's going to cause way too much drama. And they called it the T app with the sole purpose of being messy and creating drama. And so that's one thing is that I'm not a proponent of cheating. I'm not somebody that believes in the fact that, if you get caught up, you get caught up. But this app just seems a little bit messy, and to me it seems a lot of bit problematic. It's just a lot of bit problematic that's going to cause some drama, and when drama happens, bad things can follow. So I'm just not a fan of this app.
It's definitely going to end up in some mess. Either the guy is going to lie and say that, hey, they are lying, that's not true, or he going to be able to be honest and say, what, that's really me, or he can just like gaslight you and like, you knew what this was when you met me and all of those things. So it can go several different ways, but I do think that it's leading to mess. Even what you said, like the title of it is the T app, that just has the underlying tone of let's be messy.
Yeah.
What's the T?
It really is. Now, there are some good purposes for it, because what it is other than trying to figure out somebody's living a double life, you can also find out whether or not you have this is a fake profile, right? Or you're being catfished. Like, there are some positives from the app, but for me overall, I feel like we just need to get back to just the regular old dating apps and move away from this I want to be messy and I want to try to see if this person dating somebody else. First and foremost, I think there's an issue if you don't have enough trust in your relationship or whatever you forming to be able to go about your relationship and have trust in that other person.
Move on.
Maybe you shouldn't be in it. Because for me, I would be offended. I would personally be offended if my lady decided to put my picture up there and she didn't find none and she got comfort in knowing that her man ain't out there. Well, I have a problem with the fact that you don't trust the fact that I told you you're the only one I'm talking to. And so the fact that you got trust issues and trust problems, that's a problem for me and for the men out there. And I'm going to stand up for the young kings out there.
Okay.
If you find out the woman tried to throw your face out there and tried to expose you and found out there's nothing to expose, you know what you should do? You should go ahead, act like you don't know nothing, get everything you need up out of her. Whatever you need up out of her. If it's money, if it's loving, whatever it is, you get everything up out of her for however long you want. And what you start doing, because I'm going to tell y'all, what you start doing, Truth Nation, for all the men listening, what you should do after that is you start lining up who the next one gonna be. So you string her along. Yeah, that ain't no bruh. Because if she gonna play these games and she don't trust me, I'm gonna give you a reason not to trust me. And so what I think
so you just gonna fall into the trap?
I ain't falling into no trap because if I already know that I'm finna break up with this girl because this girl don't trust me and she can't be trusted, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say, okay, this the game you wanna play. You wanna try to expose me? Listen. You don't know who some of these men are. Some of these men could be professional individuals. Imagine working in an office that you have 300 people and you know in your office and all of a sudden there's some women in there that's on the T app. And all of a sudden they see you on the T app knowing that your person that you talking to, who they may not know you talking to, put you on the T app. So now they talking about in the office, ooh, girl, did you see? Did you see Kyle was on that T app, right? And so again, that's causing problems. So yes, if I'm gonna break it off with you after you put me on the T app, I'm gonna break it off, but also I'm gonna break your heart. I'm gonna get everything from you that I need to get, and I'm gonna line up some other women. So as soon as I'm done with you, I'm gonna move on, and then you gonna see me on the T app with somebody else. Because I'm saying this right now.
Don't listen to Kyle. Please don't listen to Kyle. Please do not listen to Kyle.
Because the T app is toxic behavior, and so as a person like I am, I match toxicity with toxicity.
But that's why you're on the app in the first place.
Yep, that's exactly.
I know. I'm on the app in the first place out of somebody else's insecurities. That's why I'm on the app. I'm not on the app out of anything. You know how many men, and again, for some reason, are we dating the same person pops up on my Facebook page, even though
it's a very popular page right here in Milwaukee, ladies.
And it is, and for some reason, I'm not a follower of the page, but it pops up, and I do. Maybe it's because I stop and scroll and I look a little bit to see what the T is. But the thing is that there's a lot of men even on the comments on the ones that I be seeing on Facebook, it be saying, no, you good. Like, okay, so, now you got validation that your man ain't doing nothing after you tried to expose him, right? Because you have insecurity. So,
but I feel like people are only going onto those apps and onto those pages when they have the suspicion. Ain't nobody going... I'm happy in a relationship. This relationship is going really well. I don't think anybody is leaving their happy relationships to say, let me go see about my man. Like, Kyle, I don't ever see your woman going online and putting Kyle Wallace's photo. Because she's happy. She's in a good place. That's why.
Kayla, I'm sorry. You giving people, and not just because men is the same way. Men have trust issues as well. Drake made a whole song about trust issues. Like, men have trust issues too. So I ain't gonna sit here and act like people ain't doing this just because of their own insecurities. That's all I'm saying is that some people can be in the best relationship, and some people will even say, "Oh, this relationship is too good. It's too good to be true. Let me go digging." Just people going through phones. I ain't never went through a woman's phone, and a woman. I'm sure. A woman has gone through my phone in the past, but I ain't never. But the thing is, they ain't find nothing. They ain't find nothing. And so the whole point is, that told me at that moment in time, that was over a decade ago, and that told, wow, that was way more than a decade ago.
Jesus.
But that told me right there that this girl got some insecurities that I cannot solve. She needs to figure her own stuff out because I ain't did nothing but love you, be with you, and build a trust with you. But even through everything I have displayed, you still have some inklings. Or some people may have been cheated on in the past, and they allow their past interactions with people to flaw them for the future, and then all of a sudden they have all these insecurities that they bring into your relationship, and now they trying to put you on Front Street even though you ain't did nothing wrong. So I'm just saying that, if somebody did that and you want to break up with them, I'm giving you the recipe and the keys on how to really break up with somebody that tried to expose you.
No, Kyle. Now, you done gave them the toxic recipe. Now, let's give them the recipe for when you're in a happy relationship, you're the man, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, and this person has these insecurities. You still love her. You still want to be with her. You just want her to work on herself. What advice could you give the man to say this is how you deal with that type of situation? Do you just say you leave her because she's insecure? I feel like all people have insecurities. I have insecurities. You have insecurities. True. Like all people have insecurities. So how do you work through those challenges in a relationship, rather than getting her for all she got and the loving and money and all of that stuff?
That was the extreme. If you felt offended, now Truth Nation, again 833-212-1017. We talking about the T app. I am joined by the wonderful Miss Kayla Lewis Allen. Now we're also gonna hear from Rhea because Rhea is the single one. Mm-hmm. And we're talking about this messy T app that allows for women. It's a women-only app where they can basically post pictures of men of who to see if somebody is dating the same man, seeing if the profile is real, seeing if it's fake, whatever it is. They can just get all this intel and information. And so what Kayla is asking me is that I said there's a toxic route you can take if somebody puts you on that app, but there is a cordial app that you can way that you can go about it as well. If you decide you find out somebody put you on there and they embarrass you and put you on there, and you decide you want to turn the other cheek and you okay with it, then obviously you just have a conversation with them and say, hey, I found out that you put me on this app. And speaking of, I think my ex-girlfriend put me on a gay dating app one time. I think she did.
That's how you get them. That's how you hurt them, girl.
I have to. I don't recall, but I don't think I dreamed that. I think she was being funny about it. So if you see me on one of the maps, it wasn't me. But damn. But yeah, damn is right. That was 15 years ago.
Hit them where it hurts, girl.
I ain't worried about it. I'm good with my sexuality. But overall, if you decide you still want to be with this person, then obviously you had a conversation with them saying, okay, I found out that I was on this app and I wasn't happy about it, but I do want to get to the root of where these insecurities come from and what have my actions done to lead you to not have that trust in me. And then we just have that conversation about where the gaps are. And then at that point, it might be, hey, like, whether or not she need to go to therapy or whether or not you need to ask, what is it I need to do to help continue to build your trust and make you feel safe within our relationship? Then you just have a real then you just have a real conversation.
And that's how you handle it, fellas. That's how you handle it.
That's how you handle it if you're not mad. But if you're mad and you want to get back at them, I love the toxic route because we all know whether or not a lot of these relationships have an expiration. Matter of fact, when I was out here trying to figure out what I was going to do, I knew Kayla within the first 2 weeks of talking to something, not even. It probably took less than that, whether or not this was going to work. It don't take me long because I lose interest quickly. I swear. I call them flings because I talked to somebody for about 3 months, and then after 3 months, what's the question? And Rhea, maybe since you single, what's the question most women will ask after talking to a dude for 3 months without having a title? What will they ask?
What are we?
What are we? And I said, we just kicking it. We just chilling. What you mean? We having a good time.
See, that's why you're on the app. I can't believe this.
That ain't why you on the app. We having a good time. We having a good time. We just kicking it. I can be solo, or not solo dolo, but I can only be talking to one person for a couple weeks and knowing that ain't nothing gonna come from it. I mean, maybe I should tell
what are some of those things? What are some of those signs? Because I think that people be in a relationship for 10 years and don't know that wasn't supposed to be the person that they were supposed to be with, but they knew. They felt something in their spirit, they felt it in their gut, but they didn't act on it. What are some of those things that you like, this ain't it?
I wouldn't be doing it that long, but in a previous relationship, I mean, it just comes down to trying to figure it out. And sometimes you just wait because you don't want to have to go through the tough conversation, right? That hard conversation. And sometimes, like my previous relationship I was in, is I knew she was a little bit younger. And so I knew there was things. She was fantastic, great. I tell my girl now. I say all the women I used to talk to. If I was out in public with a woman, like for real,
yeah,
then that means that she was overall a good-hearted person. Because I don't do people who ain't got good hearts.
Good minds. Yeah,
I only talk to people that got a great head on their shoulders, good people, even if they got some crazy in them. Because we all got some crazy in us. But overall, you just you kind of know based off. I don't know. It's a feel. It's a vibe.
It is.
Right?
It is.
That's like you kind of know. Like if you don't feel the pull to want to be with somebody, because it's hard to break up with somebody.
It is.
But I think the biggest thing is that if you feel like you can't live without somebody else, because even now, like for my lady, I feel like I cannot live without her.
Come on, Kyle.
Like you done moved on from people before, and you know that it hurts and it takes time to heal. But if you can't envision a future without this individual, this person, that's when you know that. For me, that's when I know, like, oh yeah, this the one, right? And so when I that's for me when I think that I get to the point. Like, it's like, all right, and even and again, I admit I am a person that I used to love women. I still love women. I only love one woman now. But the thing is when you see other women that are attractive, like, oh yeah, she cute, but it's like, okay, keep moving. That's how you feel content where you at. So that's for me, is that you just know it. You know it when you feel it. And I'm sure, Kayla, you knew it when you felt it as well when you got married.
Exactly. And it's like, this right here, me, I'm not for anybody else. Like, I want to be with my husband. I know that he is a great man. I know that he pushes me, and we could sit up all night and we could talk and have these deep conversations on what our future looks like and what our goals are, and we could sit down and create plans and develop plans for our life together. And I've been out and I've dated people, and we haven't even gotten beyond what's your favorite color, where you like, what's your favorite drink. Like, we haven't even gotten beyond that. It's just super surface level. And those are the relationships or the interactions where I know, like, this ain't for me. I like to be connected. I like to be soul tied to a person. I want to know you inside and out. I want to know everything about you, your deepest, darkest secrets, your fears, your insecurities. And if we can't open up on that level, I don't think that we need to be in a relationship talking, doing anything, because we just two beings moving throughout this earth together. And then I don't like that.
I feel you on that. 833-212-1017. We're having a conversation talking about the T app. This is a messy app that tries to find people who have maybe red flags or maybe even have green flags, whether or not they're dating the same person. But it allows for women. It's an app that allows for women to solicit feedback about specific men they are dating, even potentially women who used to date that man, that can tell them different information about what that man used to be like, which I think is so messed up. But we want to hear from you, Truth Nation. 833-212-1017, talking about this T app, which has gained more than 900,000 new signups. People going on the T app in the last few days. Men be aware. Men be aware. But when we come back in 3 minutes, I want to bring Rhea into the conversation as a single woman who's out here. And when I say out here, not out here like, thotting. I just out here living her life. Let me just clarify that. Or, I don't know. I can't speak for Rhea. But what I will say is I want to get her opinion and her thought. And also I want to know if there was an app for men, if the response would be the same. We going to have more of this Truth to Power in 3 minutes. Keep it locked.
More of Truth to Power is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
From the biggest stars to the greatest moments, Behind the Bucks is Bucks history like you've never heard it before. It's all on Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Great impressions will exceed your expectations. Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
At Great Impressions Graphics and Printing, they've been proudly serving the community for over 26 years. From their location at the corner of 54th and Burleigh in Milwaukee, their dedication to quality and customer satisfaction has made them a trusted name in printing and design. Great Impressions offer a wide range of services, including banners, posters, yard signs, business cards, programs, and postcards. Plus, they specialize in custom apparel printing, perfect for family reunions, sports outings, business promotions, and more. For your next project, visit greatimpress.com. That's greatimpress.com. Great Impressions. They're here when you need them.
Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
Hey, Wisconsin, are you feeling summer? Then it's It's time to feel cheesy. It's time to feel good. July 31st through August 10th, only at the Wisconsin State Fair. Presented by U.S. Cellular.
Join Outreach on Thursday, July 31st from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. to learn how prenatal care, routine well child visits, and habits that empower parents for healthy pregnancy. Call 414-727-6320 to register today.
This is Truth to Power on 1017 The Truth app, and streaming live on 1017 The Truth on YouTube.
It is Truth to Power here on the award-winning 1017 The Truth, and I'm coming to you live from the American Family Insurance Spark Building in Madison, Wisconsin. And Madison, Wisconsin is the home to American Family Insurance, and American Family Insurance has been by your side in insuring folks all across the great state of Wisconsin and across America with their great home insurance policies and their great auto policies. If you are looking to buy a new car or you're in the market to get new insurance, look no further than American Family Insurance. It is so easy. All you have to do is go to amfam.com, amfam.com. And when you go to amfam.com, you can get a quote instantly. You can get a home quote instantly. You can get a car insurance quote instantly. It's so easy. But then on top of that, you can find any of the local agents in your area simply by going to amfam.com. Also, what I love about American Family Insurance is they love entertaining. And I say entertaining, if you are a Brewers fan and they're hot right now, they have something special for families. You can go to the parking lot patio. Yes, parking lot patio during Kids Day. And before the first pitch, you can head over by the clock tower entrance outside of American Family Field and let the fun begin, as they have face painting, they have temporary tattoos, photo ops, yard games, free giveaways, live music from local DJs, all for the family. It's a perfect way to pregame before the game with the whole family that can enjoy. So make sure you come early and have fun and make it a day to remember, all thanks to American Family Insurance. So again, visit amfam.com today to find your homeowners insurance or your new car insurance. It is Truth to Power here on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. I am your host, Kyle Wallace, and again, I'm joined by the wonderful Miss Kayla Lewis Allen, and we are having a conversation talking about the T app. And this T app, boy, oh boy, it is a messy app. The T app allows for users to present local men whose photos who have been uploaded and their first names as well on this app for women to go through and report whether they deem them a red flag or a green flag. And also they can leave comments about the person, talking about reoccurring negative dates that they had with them or negative experiences that they have as well, or they can vouch for them as well. But it is basically the Hunger Games of men on a dating app, and I think it's wild, I think it's crazy, and I think it's messed up that it's only for women. Now, I do want to ask Kayla, who is here with me, and again, y'all can watch and stream us live on YouTube by going to 1017 The Truth on YouTube. But Kayla is married.
Yes.
I'm in a committed relationship. But then you have Rhea, who is the single person. Now, Rhea, as the single individual, what is your take on this T app?
I think it's very helpful. I think it's good because we need to clock these men. We need to make sure that they're not not predators and sexual predators, but also like men are terrible communicators, and like to know what I'm about to get into is so much. Like, it's saving me time, time and effort. These apps are already bad enough. I'd rather have an app just to like clue me in on what's going on.
Wow. So what? So I'm just trying to. This is what I want to understand. So Rhea, how in the world did people make it before we had phones and social media? Before we had Match.com? Did people was everybody just getting cheated on, or just women had to just trust what the man was saying?
Yes.
No, I feel like a lot of people are just getting cheated on.
Yes.
I mean, yes, but yeah, like bad relationships, a lot of unhappy couples. That's why I have so much divorce right now.
Yeah. I felt like there were a lot of men who had families on the other side of town. There wasn't any social media. They did not know the women that were at home, cleaning the house and cooking and being a mother to these children. Did not know that Charles was on the other side of Milwaukee, on the south side of Milwaukee with his other family. And you don't find out until daddy dies.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. Well, I hope I know I won't have no family on the other side of town.
But if they had that app back in the day.
One woman is more than enough.
If they had that app back in the day, Barbara would have hit Shirley up and they would have figured it out.
I'm sure they would have figured. I saw a meme yesterday. It was a meme of Denzel Washington when he had that movie. I think it was called Flight or something like that.
Yes.
And there was a meme when he showed up to a date with his side piece, and he saw his wife and kids there, and he said, "Good Lord, help me."
Yeah, he better.
It was pretty funny. And just overall with the dating apps today. I mean, so Rhea, not to get deep into you talked about the dating apps. So why do you think the dating apps are trash, and why do you think this T app will be is something that can make it better?
I'll say it again. These men do not know how to communicate. They don't know how to date. They don't know how to get to know one another.
Well, wait a minute. What is it? Maybe is it a woman thing too? Do you think
No.
women don't know how to communicate or date?
Have you been on a date before and someone just doesn't ask you questions about yourself?
I have never been on a date where somebody did not ask me questions. Matter of fact, fun fact for me, I've never been on a date where a woman didn't want a second date. How about that?
Oh, period. Because Kyle is the catch, huh?
I was undefeated. I was I didn't ask. It took a while to go on these dates. Now it took about 3 weeks for me to actually ask to go on a date. So by that time, they was eager to figure out who I was. I'm undefeated.
Okay, period. No, I'm with you though. Like I've had dates where not so much that they didn't know how to communicate, but they didn't know how to communicate in a way that spoke to me.
Yeah.
Like I remember meeting a guy. We went on a date. Our first date was to a bar, and I don't think that is a date. I think that is a meetup. I think that is a let's feel each other out before we go on a date. That's the orientation to the date. And in the first couple minutes of our conversation, he says, "So what's your favorite sexual position?"
Oh wow!
No, absolutely not.
Oh wow!
I said,
Savage!
Check, please.
Savage!
Check, please. Check,
Savage!
please. Check,
Oh man,
please.
I tell you, I'm too scary. I would never ask that question. But the thing is, he asked the question, Kayla, is because listen, this is one thing I learned. Shout out to my boy, one of my guy friends, because I was very timid. I'm very like rejection is tough. Like I'm not trying to get rejected, so I wasn't sitting. I wasn't trying to strike out. I would be like try to have conversations. Mm-hmm. But my one boy I never forget. Shout out to E. We went out to Madison. We was in college. We had a lot of boys a lot of our friends who lived in Madison. We used to go kick it at the KK and different clubs in Madison. Yeah. And he was out and he was like talking to girls on the street. Hey baby, hey baby. And like he just kept hollering at women. And now for me, I'm like, dog, that's outrageous. He was like, Kyle. He said you gotta play the percentages. If I holler at 20 to 25 women in a night and I end up with 2 or 3, I won. And I said, bro, that's great. That's great advice. That is so true.
This is a sick Negro.
The more you try to get at, the more opportunities you have to win. And at the end of the night, if you tell me I go out 2 days, I go out Friday and Saturday, and I try to holler at 30 women, and I get 3 numbers. Yeah, it may be 3 for 10, but hey, I got 3. Oh, who's 3? Listen, if you go 3 for 10, guess what, Zach? You got 3. You up 3.
So what was your angle then? Were you just going for 1?
Yeah, I probably went about for 1.
Okay.
I was living and dying with the 1. I was eyeing up somebody. No, I wasn't.
I think that's good though. That's
I wasn't
cute.
swinging I wasn't just swinging.
That's cute. That's cute.
Oh wow. So I'm assuming you in the boat of you like going for the larger number, trying to talk to 5 to 10 folks and see if you can get 1 or 2.
Who?
You. Back in the day, not now.
Or
I guess you was probably being courted.
Yeah, I wanted to be courted. I'm not asking anybody nothing.
Right.
But I am paying attention to the room, and I'm paying attention to your friend there who is talking to 20 girls in the party. He better not come talk to me next because it's a no. It's going to be a no for me, dog.
That's okay.
But the guy in the corner, the guy who is kind of like doing his own thing, vibing out by himself, if he comes to talk to me, then that's the one that I'm going to be more than likely to talk to versus the guy that's twerking in the middle of the floor, getting the numbers, pouring the drinks in girls' mouths and doing all of those things.
I don't know, Kayla. One thing I know about women, like I ain't a woman expert. Let me tell you that. I would never, ever, ever walk around and act like I'm a expert of how to talk to women and how to court women. Yeah. But one thing I will say is this. Is that women to me seem like some of the guys that are the ones that are the most flashiest, the most outgoing, the ones pouring into they don't want to get a lot of attention. The reason why they do all of that and put that energy out there is because that energy has gotten them where they at. It's gotten them the attention and the ladies that they want. And so it's always interesting to me that a lot of women like that flashiness.
But then you only attract a certain type of woman.
Right.
Now, what are you here for? Like, I guess if you young and you in college and you in the club, you ain't really looking for a wife. Like, I wouldn't think that you would be. So maybe that is the type of woman that you looking for. You looking for somebody to just have fun with, somebody to kick it with till you graduate kind of thing. Then y'all both go back to y'all hometowns. But as we get older in our 30s, I don't think that the guy that is doing all of that in the middle of the club is drawing women in that are in their 30s that are actually looking to be with a partner for the rest of their life, or, you know, looking for a life partner or a husband or what have you. I don't think that guy is winning.
833-212-1017. Somebody I know who texted this and Kyle is also an ex-dirtbag. Don't let him lie.
Oh,
don't be putting that on the talking text line. That's not true.
Listen, Kyle, everybody that listens to this show, they can see your mindset, and I can imagine Kyle 10 years ago, 15 years ago.
Oh, it's not true whatsoever. But also 833-212-1017. If you wanna text in lies like my friend did, you can call in, text in at 833-212-1017. And somebody said, can men make a website called garden tool facts? Not trying to disrespect women, but isn't it fair? And that's what I want to get to on the other side as well. I want to find out about, I want to know, because you kind of mentioned something, Kayla. You talked about your icks when you said you don't like certain men. I want to get to the icks. But then on top of that, if the shoe was on the other foot, would women be throwing a fit that men were putting their images on social media and they were giving them green flags or red flags and talking about their past experience? Because then I feel like it'll be a violation of people's privacy. So 833-212-1017. I want to know if it was the flip side, whether or not you had 900,000 downloads coming up in the App Store. But again, this is Truth to Power with Kyle Wallace, joined by our guest co-host today, Kayla Lewis Allen, produced by the one and only Rhea Riley. And when we come back, we will for sure in 3 minutes, let you know if the shoe was on the other foot, would everybody be happy about this app?
Truth to Power with Kyle Wallace returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and streaming live on 1017 The Truth on YouTube.
Immerse yourself in a place where bold ideas are sought after, where all are encouraged to bring their personal flourish. Here, innovation is a way of life. In this city, the beat flows. Together, we're dancing to the rhythm. Forward. Now, it's your turn to grab hold of that energy, where you'll remember not just the meals, the celebrations, or the uncommon coast. What you'll remember is how we made you feel. Come experience Milwaukee, where fresh meets fearless every day.
This is your Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin Community Impact Moment on 1017 The Truth.
And what are some of the ways that you're inspiring people? Because, you know, one of the biggest opportunities, in particular in the African-American community, is access, exposure, and awareness.
For Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin, we've been here 76 years.
Wow.
And our mantra is saving the lives you love. So if someone you love needs a blood transfusion and they're in any hospital in Southeast Wisconsin here, that blood's coming from us. And so we're trying to make sure that we're communicating that, because I think folks maybe don't understand that blood can't be manufactured. And summers are always tough because schools are out and we collect about 20 to 25% of our blood from schools. So it's always a day-to-day struggle. We say that the blood that's on the shelves is the blood that saves lives. And a lot of times people are compelled to donate when something bad happens. And our mission and our job is to educate folks so that we can get ahead of the curve and keep 3 days of inventory on the shelves. So we're in a decent spot right now, but we're on the streets every day trying to inspire people to join our mission. One of our big projects that we're proud of is Versity on King, which is part of the Thrive on collaboration in the Gimbel Schuster building on Martin Luther King Drive. And next year, we're going to open a destination center there. It'll be a blood donation center, but it'll be more than that, because we've realized that we can't be transactional with our relationships in the Black community. We need to do things that are intentional and that show that we're there to stay. But the reason that we're there is because not enough people that look like us donate. And so for disorders like sickle cell disease that disproportionately affect us, the race can matter. But I like to say that, you know, Black folks have a superpower in their blood. 44% of Black blood donors will have this rare trait that makes their blood more likely to be able to be a match for a sickle cell patient. And that 44%, like that is way higher than what we would find in other races.
To make an impact by donating blood in your community, visit versity.org today.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Snide. The 61-41 Milwaukee Brewers back in action today following their off day on Thursday. They'll begin a 6-game homestand that begins with 3 against the Miami Marlins this afternoon at American Family Field. First pitch set for 3:10. Freddie Peralta on the mound today for the Brew Crew. After the game today as well, the first ever Brewers Alumni Home Run Derby featuring Prince Fielder and Ryan Braun. And lastly, we'll head over to the NFL where the Packers training camp is in full swing after practice this week. Quarterback Jordan Love addressing what he needs to do this year.
Continue to improve my playmaking ability, continue to find those instances when defense might be winning, having everybody covered up to find ways to scramble, extend plays, use my legs, different instances, move in the pocket, and just keep extending plays.
The Packers will resume practice today in Green Bay. This sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
It is Truth to Power on 101.7 The Truth app, and streaming live on 101.7 The Truth on YouTube.
With Gruber Law Offices, if you or a loved one is ever injured in an accident, don't hesitate to make one call. That's all to Gruber Law Offices, because they will take care of you. And what I love about Gruber Law Offices is the fact that you don't have to worry about paying any money out of pocket. You just focus on healing. They focus on winning your case. You never pay a single penny, not a single penny, until they win your case. So again, if your loved one is ever injured in a car accident, get into a fender bender, somebody hits the back of your car, somebody side swipes you, don't go back and forth with the insurance companies. Don't go back and forth with the person who said, okay, I got you, I could pay you, but no. You contact Gruber Law Offices. You make one call, that's all, to Gruber Law Offices, and they will take care of you. Call them today at 414-276-6666. That's 414-276-6666. Or also visit them at gruber-law.com. It is one call, that's all, at Gruber Law Offices. Make sure y'all keep it locked in here by watching on 101.7 The Truth on YouTube, but also listening on 101.7 FM on the dial, or you can also download the 101.7 The Truth app, and you can listen to us on the app anywhere that you go. And we will be giving away tickets to State Fair at some point during the show, so make sure you keep it locked, as we will be giving away a pair of tickets to State Fair that begins next week. But I am joined here on Truth to Power by the wonderful Miss Kayla Lewis Allen, and we've been talking about this Messy T app that has been the craze for the last couple of weeks, that allows for women to basically create these profiles that focus on men that they're talking to. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of like LinkedIn profiles where you can go in and go find out information about this person and say whether or not they're a red flag or whether or not a green flag. And it's probably ruining a lot of men's relationships or their little side pieces that they have all across this country. But what I do want to know is, if the shoe was on the other foot and there was an app called the Garden Tool app, as my friend referenced to, where you got or Garden Tool Facts, where you got all the facts of all the garden tools around the community, and they posted the woman's picture. So say this, Rhea, say your picture was posted on there, and people were saying, oh, she's a red flag, or I seen her do this. Would you feel a little bit like your privacy was invaded a little bit?
I mean, men already do this.
Yes.
All the time.
Where?
On all apps. They take...
In the group chat.
The group chats, online, private windows, or whatever it is, Safari, everywhere. AI, they're doing it all the time. This is not new.
I object to this.
I feel like men are the one who started it.
Right.
I object. Listen, I'm going to tell you this. We ain't out here. Only thing we do, well, some of us do, not me, but some people do, is they say, oh, look at this shorty I'm talking to, or this is, look who I took home last night. That's about it. We ain't saying, bro, you talking to her? This ain't the same girl like Usher and R. Kelly. We ain't doing all that. We ain't. We not taking the time to, see, the thing about men is men spend our time trying to get the prize. Sometimes it look like women spend their time trying to figure out why the prize ain't right. we just trying to figure out how can we get the prize. So that's my biggest thing. And on the 1017 The Truth on YouTube, somebody said women have group chats too. Why y'all over here talking? LOL.
We do. So I feel like it's vice versa. Like, I feel like men are doing the same thing that women are doing. They are just probably doing it in a more discreet way because it looks, what's the word that y'all call each other? Like simp. You'll look like a simp if you were on Facebook asking about this woman, or if you were in the group chat asking about this woman, or whatever. Like, I feel like y'all doing the same exact things.
Yeah,
y'all talk more than women. Who said that? Drake?
He probably did.
Yeah.
I guess my biggest thing is that I believe if the shoe was on the other foot, there would be a lot more controversy about the invasion of privacy and talking about the fact, because one thing women will talk about is, oh, my past and all this and that. Would y'all really like y'all past being exposed? Somebody saying, oh, yeah, she was a goer or she was a Jayer back in the day. Oh, yeah, I remember she used to get passed around by the football team. Y'all would feel like that's messed up because you would feel like somebody is exposing you, but more so not exposing you, talking about your more intimate moments and talking about the person that you were in the past versus focusing on what you're trying to be in the future. I really feel like there'll be a lot more empathy towards men or women, or excuse me, towards women if the shoe was on the other foot.
Yeah, and Kyle, I feel like I would do the same exact thing as you. Your toxic way, your toxic route. If I ended up in the group chat in the Garden Tools app, listen, I'm doing the same exact thing that Kyle would be doing if he ended up on the T app.
Because I'm
getting you for everything that you got, because no, absolutely not. What is wrong with you?
Yeah, expose, right? Air somebody out. But again, this app is weird because, I mean, again, they say it's a way for women to expose whether or not men are liars, cheaters, abusers, which I think is good, or anyone who has exhibited any type of toxic or dangerous behavior. But I do think it's an interesting way to go about it.
But Kyle, do you see the difference, though, that we actually made an app? We made a separate space to talk about these things, where we're not affecting anyone, but using this knowledge to enhance our lives.
But what if somebody creates a fake page and is making up lies, or somebody's giving
that's
telling
where
lies?
I was gonna go next. Is like, can we even absolutely believe everybody that's responding to the photo to say, yep, he lives with me, or yep, that's my boyfriend, or he's childish, or he's a manipulator?
Well,
like, can we actually
now that's assassination of character.
No, you use it like you use Wikipedia. It's just a reference, it's a resource.
Okay.
It's not the truth, but it's a reference. You use it as a guide for your judgment.
And I think us as women, we get a little bit too invested, because now that's my source, that's my point of reference, and now I have to go to his Facebook, his Instagram. I have to go do a deep dive through his phone. Like, you have to do all of these other things. So I feel like if you have to do all of that research, you really not happy.
Yeah, and speaking of not being happy, thinking about icks, because you brought up a little bit earlier, Kayla, you talked about the fact that you didn't there's if a guy's doing this or doing that, that's a big turn off for you. What are some icks that you find from some men?
So that is so funny, because my friend this morning, she was on her Instagram story, and she uses a dating app, and she says she met a guy, and he's so gentle, he's so kind, he's handsome, he knows how to dress, and he's just a really sweet guy. And she was like, so that prompted her to go find his Instagram page. She goes, finds his Instagram page. She's digging and she's digging and she's digging, and she digs through his photos, and she lands on a photo that she's like, hold up, wait, what's going on here? He's holding a fish. He went fishing. He caught a fish. He's holding a fish, and she zooms in to his hand. And he has booty fingers.
Oh, not the big old booty, the thick thumbs and thick pinky and everything just wide.
Yes, and then also like the nail is down to the nub, and then the meat on the top of the nail is like curved inside of the nail. It just looks disgusting. Google booty fingers and you'll know what I'm talking about. But she was like, man, he has checked off every box, but I can't do these booty fingers. And a lot of people were calling her shallow and telling her like, you'll never find a man if that's your standard. And I'm like, girl, that is okay. You can say no to the things you want to say no to, because when I was dating, there was a guy who took me on a date, and he was a really nice guy. He was very kind. But his jeans were so daggone big that I just couldn't stop thinking of it. And then his name turned into Big Jeans into my phone. And when me and my homegirls would talk about him, they like, who? Big Jeans? Like, girl, yeah, Big Jeans.
Oh, see, this is why we don't need that, because he's going to be in the app till you going to be talking about how he Big Jeans. Or you're going to be talking about booty fingers. That's the problem. That's the problem right there. It's something as shallow as that. Jeans and fingers. Don't y'all realize that man, if you thought that man checked all the boxes, which I'm glad he did, I'm glad you moved on because you found your husband. But the thing is, for other people, don't let jeans deter you. If somebody got some weird style,
walk away from them big old jeans.
Nah, you got a chance. You got a chance to fix it with the booty fingers. Yeah, he got booty fingers, but you know what? He might be, he might have other great qualities, and maybe he can get a manicure. I mean, the booty fingers ain't never gonna go away. But you can't allow booty fingers or big jeans, and do not Google booty fingers at work if you are listening. I don't know where it's gonna take you. But
right.
But you can't allow that, and that's just messed up. That y'all allow, and again, I'm happy it ended up working out for you. But if your friend, I'm not sure, I'm assuming your friend is probably around our age.
Yes.
And so listen, I'm not saying we old, but I'm saying that we get up there. And I'm not saying to settle, but I'm saying if we get, if
I
we
ain't
get
settling on the heel of booty fingers.
I mean, booty fingers, booty fingers. Oh my gosh! I guess to each their own. If the face is handsome, he just got bad fingers. It is what it is.
I feel like everybody has their icks. Before the show started, we was out in the comment area, and I was talking to a guy, and he was like, it's just something about those bobs. I'm like, bobs, like the hairstyle, and then he was like, yeah, a lot of my friends don't like girls that have bobs. So I'm like, everybody has their icks.
Yeah, I don't. My ick. I guess my ick would be the fact that I don't know. I don't like thoughts. I'm not a fan of a thought. If you get to talking about your past, I'm gonna be like, I don't know. That's it. You seem a little bit too seasoned.
So we asking a body count.
Oh yeah, I want to know the body count. I need to know.
Of course, Kyle.
I need to know the body count. I need to know the body count. I need to know just in case your body count don't cross paths with somebody else I done talked to, because that's an ick too. If you've been with one of my friends, yeah, that's
okay.
a no for me, bro. Now, yeah, what I look like? Come on now. I'm not
bring it
doing
to the barbecue.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. That's not for me. 833-212-1017. That is the Truth Talking text line. Before we go to break, I gotta tell y'all, now is the time for you to be able to win. Yes, win a pair of tickets to State Fair. Be caller number 5 at 833-212-1017. If you are caller number 5, that is your opportunity to win a pair of tickets to State Fair. 833-212-1017. This is your chance to win tickets to State Fair. A pair of tickets to State Fair. Again, 833-212-1017. When we come back, we'll read some talk and text line, because I see I got a text here from somebody named Mari who has a question for me. But again, we'll wrap up the show on the other side. Thank you to the wonderful Miss Kayla Lewis Allen for joining us here today. But when we come back in 3 minutes, we will wrap up the show.
You are listening to Truth to Power with Kyle Wallace on 1017 The Truth and The Truth app. Catch Truth to Power every weekday from noon to 1 p.m. Truth Nation, are you looking for a fun opportunity to showcase your clothing line, restaurant, nonprofit organization, food truck, or small business? Well, look no further than doing it at our Truth Family Fest on Saturday, August 23rd from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Riverside University High School. We are currently accepting vendor applications for our festival. You don't want to miss out on this great opportunity to promote your business and be part of all the fun. To be a vendor at Truth Family Fest, visit truthfamilyfest.com and sign up today.
This is Sherwin Hughes from 1017 The Truth for Axe Housing. Are you tired of paying a landlord rent when you should be paying yourself? Do you want to leave a financial legacy, or would you like to have a stable place to call home? Well, it's time for you to start on the path to owning your own home instead of renting. You can work with an Axe Housing coach, and they will teach you how home ownership can be a reality. Axe Housing has helped over 4,000 families in our neighborhoods. Many times your mortgage will be a lot less than what you're paying for rent. As an average Axe family who has been helped pays around $900 per month. No matter what barriers you think you're facing, Axe Housing coaches can assist you right now. An Axe Housing coach will help you create and stick to a plan and a budget and get you ready for home ownership. If you're not dreaming of home ownership by now, you certainly should be. Let's make it a reality with Axe Housing. Get started on a virtual orientation by clicking on axhousing.org. That is ACTS housing.org. Don't let where you are financially right now get in the way of your very bright future of becoming a homeowner. Axe coaches are here to help.
Escape the city and relax at Lake Lawn Resort in beautiful Delavan, Wisconsin. Enjoy outdoor activities on Delavan Lake. Tee off at the lakeside Majestic Oaks Golf Course or unwind at the award-winning Calidora Spa. With both indoor and outdoor pools, there's fun for the whole family. Take a cruise on the Lake Lawn Queen. Explore stunning shores and historic landmarks. And enjoy delicious food and drinks on board. Book your stay today at lakelawnresort.com, where everything is better at the lake.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Adrian was seriously injured when a careless driver merged into her lane.
Gruber was there for everything that I needed. Any questions that I had, Gruber was there. They made me feel like everything about my situation and my accident was very important to them, and that made me feel good. And I would definitely call Gruber again for that.
Serving Wisconsin for over 35 years, Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
They go above and beyond for their clients.
You are listening to Truth to Power on 1017 The Truth app, and streaming live on 1017 The Truth on YouTube.
One, two, three, ho!
It is Truth to Power here on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. I am joined by the wonderful Miss Kayla Lewis Allen. Thank you to Rhea today. But before we go, Kayla, what are your final thoughts for today's show? It can be on a topic or just anything general you want to share.
My final thoughts are when it comes to dating, I think that it is very, very important to be transparent with the person that you're talking to. So you don't need to get on the T app. You can just say, hey, are we exclusively dating? Are we dating other people? What does it look like? Set your expectations and your parameters around those relationships. And then you can just date with ease and you ain't got to be stressed out because you already know what's going on. So yeah, those are my thoughts. So as you get going out here, it's a beautiful weekend. Go on your dates, have your fun, and have transparent, honest conversations.
Yeah, my advice for y'all is go ahead. If you wanna have your heart broken, go ahead, do it. Is that what you want to do? Go ahead, do it. And then lastly, my last comment for the day is I was on social media, I was on the internet, and it says Scott Walker teases interest in another run for Wisconsin governor. Please, Scott Walker, stay your behind where you at. Don't come back to Wisconsin. Do not come back to Wisconsin. Lord, please have him stay away. He just tweeted out a hat that said 45-47. That's interesting. Make Wisconsin great again. Oh, please no. Please no. Please no.
Good.
So that's my final thought. Y'all have a blessed weekend. Thank you to the wonderful Miss Kayla Lewis Allen for joining us here today. Thank you to Rhea Riley for holding it down. The Tori Lowe Show is up next. Truth Nation, peace out. I will see y'all next week. Y'all be safe and y'all be beautiful this weekend.
Milwaukee, it's time to turn the